I literally walked around for 15 minutes up and down like 4 or 5 aisles. And I'm like, if I see someone, I just have to run towards them and just jump, like spear
slide
them.
tackle.
Yeah, like a Goldberg tackle, spear. Finally, I got fucking a hold of somebody. Jesus Christ.
Let me guess. It's not my department.
Yeah. Oh, that's Carl. He does wood. And you're like, where? And then they have a ciggy hanging out. They're like, sorry, I'm on break. I can't talk to you anymore.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Once again, or for the very first time.
Yes, yes, yes. We're back, and we're back. We're back.
Our weekly, we're back.
Our weekly,
now,
we're back.
Cern's a little rested because he's on vacation this week, BTO.
Oh, I forgot. How did that feel? So what is your, like, because your work schedule is not, you've never had a quote unquote a 9 to 5 like Dolly Parton always sang about. You never had the 9 to 5.
Working 9 to 5
with the big titties. And well, that marks it 15 seconds in the episode. We already used the word titties. That's a new record for us.
That is a new record.
So we celebrate the small things here on the Chip and Cern Show. So your schedule,
not those titties.
Yeah, not small titties. Just small things.
We'll celebrate those too, but
yeah,
Dolly
that's
Parton.
true. We celebrate all titties. Chip and a couple of the slogans that we tossed around were we celebrate all titties, but we were workshopping that one, but we just we just
never
didn't make the final cut.
Still on the design board.
It's still it's on the mood board, and we're gonna workshop it. We're gonna workshop it a little bit. But ever since Cerny, I think even high school, or maybe after high school, you always had the job with the oddest hours.
Oh yeah, high school I did have those.
You
worked
worked
for the lake, but I always worked from 2 p.m. to midnight.
Right, and then
because
you gotta
That was because, and I always asked. I said, "Why am I always?" They always put me at this.
The shitty.
It's always 2 p.m. to midnight, but they always put me at this place locally. Here's Beals Point, which is a campground. And I always said, "Why do I always have to work this?" That's all I ever worked. And they said because a lot of meth deals go on, and they know it. So I was of the people that worked. I was the most physically fit and large, and I could handle if someone wanted to intrude and take the money to complete a deal or some kind of weird shit.
So if a fucking
I was like, fuck, I was gonna give over if someone came over, I'm like, you can have it. You have the whole fucking drawer.
Yeah,
I'm getting paid minimum wage. I'm not gonna fight this fucker for what's in the cash drawer. Get out of here.
Some fucking crackhead or meth dude that's strung out on meth coming up.
I got the petty cash in the back too. You want some of that too?
Dude, here's the keys, man. Just take it. Actually, I'm gonna head out from work because this is an early off for me because I got robbed. So I'm just going home. The rest of the day's on the house.
I always got some weird, like I'll be sitting there, and so I was sitting in this little shack, and it would be kind of out in, I remember I was kind of out in the wilderness a little bit.
Yeah.
There'd be nothing but trees and stuff. So I was this little shack by myself. And like, I'm sitting there by myself and it's like 11 p.m. And then like someone would just appear. It was weird as fuck. They would like appear. Hey, I'm like,
like walk
up.
up.
Did I scare you? Yeah, but they walk up like out of the shadows. Like, you see in all the scary movies. They would just appear out of the shadows and say, hey, that's how they, jump.
God.
Did I scare you? Like, what the fuck do you think?
No. I'm expecting tons of people walking around at 11 o'clock at night, pitch black.
Do you have like a lighter? I ought to get that too. Like, no, I don't smoke. Sorry.
For your crack pipe?
I'm sure there's plenty of campfires. Why don't you just bum a fucking stick off of?
Yeah, just get a starter.
Well, poke it in there with your marshmallow.
Yeah, take and use mallow stick and torch that thing up. Now, when you were working there, this is before cell phones as we know them today. I mean, you had a phone, but like the game you were playing was fucking Snake.
Snake, yeah.
There was no Pokemon. There was no dude, you couldn't even fucking crank one out in there to the Pornhub streaming. I mean, you were locked down to the ones and the twos on texts.
Yeah. It was the binary code on that bad boy.
Yeah. So what your normal schedule now? I feel like you start your day at 7 o'clock most days, 7 a.m. Or is that sleeping in for you?
Not sleeping in. I usually start around 5:30.
Oh. Well, at least
I'm sleeping in 6:15.
Okay. So you're on vacation. So what time do you get to wake up now on your PTO?
Oh, I'm waking up at 8:30.
Wow, 8:30. Nice.
I'm just soaking it in. Like I could get up, like I wake up normally, but it's like,
you're like, oh, I don't have to do this.
I'm going back to bed, and then I wake up again. It's like 7. I'm like, I could get up and start my day, but
don't need to.
Roll over.
And your house is your house is going. Like if I can't really sleep in because there's like kids to take care of and babies to get out of cribs and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, but your house is a little bit different. Everyone's self-sufficient. They can get dressed on their own. They can get their own breakfast. They can turn on the TV and all this.
Everyone's pretty good about that. They do.
Nice. Well,
although this morning I did wake up and Jeffrey was in the bed too.
Oh.
My wife was not in the bed.
He just came because the kids are on spring break as well.
He is actually, so he is not, but he doesn't start till noon because he's distance learning. So he can sleep in. I'm telling you, this schedule is.
How did these kids, they got spoiled too early?
They did. Life is downhill from here, everybody.
Yes. I can't think of another job unless it's, a dancer at the titty bar that doesn't start till 12.
So he was sleeping in. I rolled over and I was like, he was sitting there sawing logs. I was like, what's going on? I said, why not?
Hop on in, kid. Why not? So you got a nice vacation for yourself. Will are you taken to any projects? You doing some work around the house? What's on the CERN spring break?
Today, Jeffrey's room was being rearranged, and I was petitioned to build a shelf.
Okay.
Because he has some animals. So now he has gotten a new animal for his birthday.
Honestly, this could be a new segment on the show. It's like what the new reptile.
Jeffrey's zoo.
Yeah.
We bought a zoo. Fucking Cerny edition.
So what did he get for his birthday? The big 9.
Slimy salamander.
Okay.
So it doesn't. We already had an empty cage because Melanie had a crab at one point and it had died. So there's an empty cage sitting in his room.
A fake.
So he filled it.
Okay.
Slimy salamander. It's okay. They don't move really. I mean, they're really slow. They like it's like amphibians. They just keep it wet and cold and okay.
Like a spray bottle.
Yeah, just mist it down every morning. Just make sure it's cool and damp.
And then just hangs out.
Yep.
You don't have to go to the store to buy him a different animal to feed it or anything like that.
No, it's all the same. It's all the mealworms that everything else eats in the fucking room. So
it's on the same diet as everything.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
Keep it easy.
Yeah, so it's like, okay. Well, so it's like, I'll sign off. So we moved some stuff around, but then there was an empty space where we have to put the snake and the bearded dragon.
So those are in 2 separate cages, or they coexist?
Oh, they can't coexist. They would
battle.
Would probably eat it.
Okay.
Yeah. The bearded dragon can't be with any other lizard because they would eat it, and the snake can't be with anything else because they would eat it.
Okay.
So they have in their own cages. I was like, okay. So got to build a shelf.
Custom shelf.
Custom shelf.
I
did my measurements and I walked out the garage. I don't have any lumber. Fuck. I walked back upstairs.
Cerny, you could have drove over. I got some twisted up plywood here for you. It's been weathered for the last 6 months. You want to make a table or something.
Seasoned. It's seasoned.
Yeah, perfectly seasoned.
So I was like, all right, gotta go to Lowe's. We're going to Lowe's. Okay. So we go to Lowe's. Got to get some, actually we did like the shiplap. It's like the wood and they kind of like interconnect
Yes.
Like slats.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it in the middle. So, lines up and we'll just, lock it all together. So go to Lowe's. We're going to get a cart. And there's this guy, the guy who goes out and, the cart wrangler.
With the big cart lasso.
Yeah.
That he like hooks it on the front. First of all, that
right.
seems like a lot of skill to drive that thing. I would be worried I would crash that thing into a car or something. The big.
Yeah. So this one has this guy had like a little rope. He only had like 8 at a time. And he was dragging it in. And there was no carts. So he was dragging them in.
Okay.
They're all tied together. And he's like holding it tied together. And there's a long line. There's a few people like waiting.
For the carts because there was no carts.
And waiting. And waiting.
Uh-huh.
Finally, he's like, "Oh, hey, can I get a cart?" And he just stares at her. And she's staring at him.
A standoff.
Yeah, I was like, "What the hell is this guy doing?" So then she's like, "Can I have a cart?" Because it's tied up. It's not like she can, because he has a little.
Oh, he's got his thing on.
I was like, because I was talking to my dad about it. And he's like, "Well, I'm sure if you hear the same thing every day." I said, "I get that. Not when you have the fucking thing tied up. He's doing a power move. He's fucking power moving people that are shopping at the fucking store. What?
He was flexing on you guys.
Yeah.
Like I'm in control here. I'm the captain now.
Okay, so then the next person did the same thing. Can I have a cart? Just turn it around. Just turn his back to him. Like, I was like, what the hell is this guy's problem? Next person, same thing, because like he has the thing now, So then I walked up and I pulled one out and like shoved it over the side, pulled it out, shoved it to the side, pulled the third one out. I was like, oh, this one's right.
Nice. So you just gave the other people their carts and you just took off.
Oh, no, I just shoved them into the side. Like you had to go re-get them again. Like, I just messed them up. I was like, oh, this one feels good.
Sturdy, good wheels, good wheelbase here.
That's good.
Nice.
I said, if he's out there, I made a proclamation. If he's out here getting carts when we're leaving, I'm turning it upside down.
I'm just going to like shove it towards Target or wherever the next like big.
Oh, I'm going to flip it up on its end. So he has to unflip it over again. It's
just cruel and unusual.
Yeah. Just start doing shit. Of course, Rob was like, why? I said, because he's being a douche. I'm like, why? Why does he have to do that?
Yeah, I don't. I had a run-in at Costco with the cart person as well. I feel that they must pump them up internally to make them feel like they're doing something that's not gathering carts from the parking lot. You get what I'm saying, right, Cerny?
Yeah.
Okay.
So greater good.
Yeah. So I have an electric car, and at the Costco they have 2 free plugs, so you could just plug your car in, and if you go to Costco for an hour, you come out and you got like 15 miles of range added. It's not going to fill your car up, but it's kind of nice. It saves you like a couple hours at home because it's one of the faster chargers. So anyways, this is poor form for the EV drivers out there, but you can't be squatting in a stall, and the stalls have like 2-hour limits. Or if you're there, once you're fully charged, you got to like kind of move along, and you can't just sit there for 6 hours squatting because it's like an hour limit or 2-hour limit. Okay. So I pulled up next to one that I had seen because in the shopping area that we have in Novato, there's like Target, there's Costco, there's Sports Basement, which is kind of like an REI type place. So sometimes I'm there for a couple hours with the kids. We're just trying to kill time, right? So I've seen this car here for at least the 2-hour time limit before I go into Costco. And I've seen this car and I've noted it as a frequent infractor of the law of the land.
Habitual.
Yeah, habitual, a repeat offender. So I park up to the side and I simply go to the charging and I just take it out of his car and I go in and I plug it into mine because he's done and I need it. And he's being an asshole.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, cart guy comes over. Hey, what are you doing? You can't do that. I'm like, whoa, what? What? Are you talking to me? I'm like,
you talking to me?
What? Me?
Is that your
I
car?
said, well, this guy's been here. I'm just charging my car. He goes, no. Don't take that out. You're not supposed to do that. And you're not parked in the stall. You can get a ticket.
Bring it.
I said, I'm sorry.
You gonna write it yourself? Come on.
I said, I don't. Do you work for the state? Like what? You have you got a fucking Costco like polo shirt on.
Where's your badge, officer?
Yeah, I'm like, okay. He goes, no, I saw the person get out of that car and it's an old lady. You should just let him charge. I said, well, sir, you should know something about me. I don't discriminate. I don't care if they're old, black, white, gay, lesbian, straight, whatever.
Habitually breaking the rules? Then who cares?
If Nana can't figure out the rules for charging the EV, sorry, Nana, I'm taking the charge. So anyway, I took it, and then I think I'm like, and he was standing there, and I walked past him to go into Costco, and when I came back, or like I turned around, he was unplugging my shit and putting it back into the car. Which at that point I was like, okay, I'm not going to fight a fucking 19-year-old kid over adding 10 miles.
How's taking this up? Yeah. I don't. So here's some when I go out and do these, I always give the worker the benefit of the doubt because I've been there where you're working and people just kind of treat you like shit. You're like,
yeah.
You know? But then it's when it's reversed where they think like they're going to start calling the shots. It's like, well, all I'm doing is asking for like the guy at Lowe's. Like, I'm sorry people are here shopping at the store that keeps you employed. You fuck. Give me the goddamn cart.
I get and it's weird that he doesn't look.
You're looking like you're 42-year-old, so I'm sure things haven't really panned out. You're fetching carts. I get it, but don't take it on me. You know, all I want is a fucking cart. If you have it roped up, if it was like there was a bunch sitting out and people were asking, then be mad. Fine, I don't care.
Right,
but you have the only 8 carts in the entire
hot commodity
spot, lassoed to your fucking belt. So unhook them, cowboy, and give me a fucking cart.
Let's go, John Wayne. Dismount that steer. Dismount that cart.
So I can go inside and get in line and you have some other fuck turn the light off on me as soon as I get up to check out.
Oh yeah, like dude, do you think
same store that did that to me?
Do you think they're running a 1-2 combo punch on you?
How can we make these people unsatisfied?
How can we lower our satisfaction scores at the
Customer
Folsom Lowe's? We noticed their manager had a meeting with them. We noticed the customer happiness scores have really been going up and to the right, and we got a nosedive this ship. So we're going to need you guys to just start ignoring everybody. And when they walk up,
get up to the line and just turn the light off.
Turn the light off.
Walk away. And who asks what's going on? I'm like, I don't know.
And with the ciggy hanging out of your lip, just go, sorry, I'm on my break. And then just walk outside.
I saw somebody do that. It was I didn't need help, but it was in the garden, whatever it was. Someone was like, where's the whatever it was?
Yeah.
This guy's like, I'm on lunch. And it just kept walking. I was like, holy fuck. She's like, what the hell? And I was like, oh.
I mean, I'd like to think I didn't do that at Circuit City back in the day, but.
And I always judge. So
I probably did.
Probably bad, but I judge this guy who did that because he has mask below his nose. So I always judge those people as bums.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like,
it's actually
you couldn't wait to pull your mask down below your nose at lunch.
It seems harder and more uncomfortable to have it not fitting right. And like, who wants?
It's like they're just making a statement. That's what I think. It's like, oh, okay.
The statement that we receive is you're an idiot.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
That's the statement I got.
That's what I'm picking up. Tell me what you're putting down. I'm picking that up.
I see your statement. I hear you. You're dumb. Thank you.
So I don't. That's what I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt. But when we start going around that, it's like, come on, don't do that.
Yeah. No.
It's usually my first comment. It's like, don't do that.
You don't have to. It doesn't.
I always give the person the right. Like, don't do that. Don't make me be a douche.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin your day, and I'm just trying to shop. I don't want to. I don't want to get into exchange with somebody. Lowe's. I don't want to do this.
This doesn't need to be a regular thing. Me battling the Lowe's people.
Yeah, I don't want to come here on a crusade. I don't want to do this. I just want to get my shit and go home and do my tasks. Now on another note, when I saw, so we were walking around though. So this is midday,
right? Because you're on vacation,
PTO, and
now
I made a side ass comment to my wife. I was like, "Is it senior day? Because everybody in here has gray hair." Well, at least me. Yeah, I did that. She's like, well, you don't have any hair. I was like, okay, touche.
Touche, salesman. Touche.
Touche. So I was like, huh. So we started looking around, and she's like, holy shit. Everybody is like, not like 50. I'm talking like we're in the 70s. So it was like 72 was like the median age. I'm like,
wow,
holy shit. And she's like, what the hell? I was like, okay, mental note. Let's look at the handicap spots when we go out. I just need to know if they're full.
Are they?
And I'm confirmed.
They should be flush. Yeah.
We walked out. It was full all the way. It was like
none of the back spots taken because old people love parking in the front.
All in the front. I was like, holy shit. Must have been like she was saying like some of the local stores have like a senior day where they
10% off or something.
Whatever it is. So
yeah,
I think that may have been it. I don't know. At least in Lowe's it was.
Charge your rascal for free while you shop.
Yeah, there were some dangerous drivers. They were driving around Lowe's. It's like, holy shit. And Lowe's, at least in our Lowe's, they have like these these little displays always put in the middle of every aisle. So it's really tight squeeze on either side.
Yeah, they're trying to maximize their display footprint or whatever.
Yeah. So, and I remember doing that as a vendor because it's a vendor that will do it. Yeah, at a grocery store, we would do that.
Oh,
like,
right.
Oh, fuck, I could fit this right here. And you're going to put it in there and you want the customer to hit it. Like, basically, you want to fall over because it's, something's going to fall in their fucking cart, basically. Yeah. That's the game. That's the name of the game. I know the name of the game. So I was like, okay, I get it.
Do you pile a pyramid super high and then hoping it will topple a few items into their some 3M?
They were like careening into this shit. I was like, God.
Do you ever? How often do you think those get anger taken out on them? Like someone just and fucking goes Hulk crazy on a display.
Oh, like a night crew worker or something, like trying to drag a pal through. Like, fuck this.
And what's it usually full of? Like, oh, here's all the hand sanitizers we have, and
scissors or gloves. Gloves. They have those things like that.
Cerny, I am just going to inquire. You've had a few poor experiences at Lowe's. Are you thinking maybe it's time to revisit your
Home Depot? No, because I was just there before that. So I usually go.
Oh.
So before that, this last weekend, I went to Home Depot because I needed something and I was right there.
Yeah.
So I usually just go wherever I'm closest to.
Wherever's closest. Okay.
So now my theory is these people that are sabotaging Lowe's, they got in their car and like took off their red vest, had an orange vest.
Put an orange one on.
A little espionage.
Oh.
A little
inside
secret shopper or something.
Like a mole.
The Home Depot's the worst.
You do have to really hunt for somebody. I mean, I walked up and down. I had like one question about lumber once when I went there. I literally walked around for 15 minutes up and down like 4 or 5 aisles. And I'm like, if I see someone, I just have to run towards them and just jump like spear
slide
them.
tackle.
Yeah, like a Goldberg tackle spear. Finally, I got fucking a hold of somebody. Jesus Christ.
Let me guess. It's not my department.
Yeah. Oh, that's Carl. He does wood. And you're like, where? And then they have a ciggy hanging out. They're like, sorry, I'm on break. I can't talk to you anymore.
You have to wait.
Sorry. Hold on. You just hear a spark of their Bic lighter firing up.
But when I'm done with the cigarette, I'll let you know. Number 2.
There's every time you turn around, there's just another cigarette there. It's like a whole pack.
He starts lighting one end on end.
Want one? That's pretty funny. How many cigarettes come in a pack, actually?
I have no idea.
I don't either. 12?
Oh, if you kill the whole pack on your fucking cigarette, on your break.
Oh, fuck. I don't know how many. I don't know anything about smoking cigarettes.
I don't think I've ever had a run in with the Home Depot because workers are never around. Usually I've gotten talked to because I've so I was trying to
helped
cut
yourself
some rope.
To a few things.
Yeah, I was cutting a rope and I was supposed to wait for them, but they left it unlocked. So I turned on the machine and did it myself. Like, hey, what's going on? I was like, I called you like 15 minutes ago. You never showed up. I thought I'd do it myself. So the self-serve. No, safety hazard. I was like, should have been earlier then.
Should have been here. And safety, lock your fucking cage up then, motherfucker. Oh my. Cerny, which has better Pokestops though? Home Depot?
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
By far. Home Depot has a ton because it's sitting right in that shopping center with like Marshalls and like all
Rain
Chick-fil-A. It's all, they're all over the place.
Awesome. We had a Pokemon Go milestone, you and I. We upgraded our relationship. Our IRL relationship is already besties. But in Pokemon Go, if you trade and you engage with someone for, 90 days in a row or some shit?
Something like that, yeah.
You become best friends. So Cerny and I...
We went from ultra to best.
We took our relationship to the next level, and we're best friends now. Now it was a really fun day because you get a huge XP bonus, and Cerny and I are in the higher levels in the 30s, right? 37, I think I'm at now. So to get to the next level, you need like 2.5 million XP, which
I saw that.
is like,
oh boy.
I mean, probably by Christmas we'll be there, maybe. I don't know. But anyway,
some sort of like, every once in a while they have like the quadruple XP event or something,
Yeah.
Maybe. Or maybe it's like
not
double
often
XP,
enough.
And I'll throw a lucky egg on it and make quadruple.
Yeah. So we planned, me and Cerny conspired with each other to hold our gifts and not open until we both could drop our lucky egg so we get bonus, and then we did a bunch of bonus stuff. And the XP was raining down on us. We were loving it. I leveled up. You leveled up too.
I leveled up too, yeah.
It was great. So I had a problem not having enough friends on Pokemon Go. So I turned to Reddit, where if you need anything in the world, I'm sure you can find it on there. They have something for everybody. But anyway, I added some complete internet randoms who were like, "Hey, add me. I need friends." I'm like, "Here, boom!" Just added a bunch. So I went to Twitter and did that. Smart. So I had another person becoming best friends in one day. So I was getting really excited. Another big XP day for me. So I kind of saved up a couple of my things. I was ready to go. And I was working on my computer. I had my phone open on Pokemon Go because, you always got to be trying to catch them all. And all of a sudden I saw it pop up. Bleep. You and, username 1234 are now best friends. And I'm like,
no.
What? No. And I looked and I'm like, no. How did this happen? Just like, I was like, no.
Oh, did he open a gift from it?
I think he opened a gift that I had sent him or them, or I don't even know the gender of this person. Not like it actually doesn't matter. And I said, well, maybe if I throw my lucky egg now, I can hit it before the XP hits and it will get, that didn't work. So
that's worth a shot. It was already gone.
So I ended up doing some stuff and I got like 100,000 XP or something, but it was a major bummer, man.
That is a bummer.
Did you know the blue ring around the person's face on your friends list means you already had an interaction with them for that day?
No. Today is a day I learned. I was today years old when I learned.
So my wife, who's really into this, is telling me these things. She's like, "Oh, did you know the blue ring?" I'm like, "Blue ring? What are you even talking about?" And then I looked. I was like, "Oh, so if they have a blue ring, that means you already got your one engagement with them for the day."
I didn't know that.
So you can be a little bit more in control of your destiny. So now I'm paying attention to that to see. So I'm not.
Joe and I are set to be best friends pretty soon.
Oh, he will want to capitalize on that for sure.
Yeah, well, I won't be selfish and open it up without him knowing.
Yeah, I mean, this person, they didn't know they burned me, but it still hurt. It still hurt. It still hurt.
It was funny though when I sent you the Marco Polo the other day.
Yeah.
And I said, when Charlie turned 16, this is the face he'll get. I sent Jimmer of just a scowling face.
That was great. What was the reasoning for the face?
I don't know. That's why I sent it.
Oh, it's just
It's
just existing.
Usually just you walk in the room, dad jokes, making my normal
being
punny self, start talking some bullshit and just get a nonstop face, like just unamused face.
Unamused. Well, Cerny, I am on the other end of the spectrum working the problems that I'm solving for the 5-year-old versus the 16-year-old is we have our first loose tooth at the house.
Ooh, that's a big one.
That's a big one. So it's in the front. It's on the bottom.
Yep.
And is there any blood was the question. And I was like, well, there's a little. And then the blood thing was a problem.
See, I always just played the part of ignorance. Like, I don't really know. Because I know.
Yeah.
Because I got the same question. Like, is it going to bleed? And I already know if I say yes, then it's going to be an issue. So I always go, I don't really know. It's hard to tell. I don't think so, but we'll see. Probably not. I just kind of do that.
They don't usually, unless you like yank it out before it's ready, right?
Yeah. Usually like I wait and it's like, show me. Like when they put their their tongue on it. And if it like basically there's like a 90 degree, I'm like, come here.
Yeah.
And I would say, I'm not going to do anything. I just want to look at it. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, it is. But I just boom.
So I know I'm.
We're hatching right now.
Oh,
nope.
we're
hatching.
That is my What
the hell is this?
A Mewtwo.
Shiny.
Not a
Meowth.
Mew. Meowth. That's what I meant.
It's shiny too. We'll send it to James later.
Nice. He will be jealous. So I'm trying to avoid the. I'm not going to do any tricks like the Joker. You want to see a magic trick? Remember that scene where he bounced that pencil in that dude's eye?
Pencil in his eye.
That was incredible. I think I yelled in the movie theater, rewind it. I need to see that.
Rewind.
That was cool. So this is her first one, so she hasn't been burned by this. Oh, I won't grab it or anything. So I'm like, oh, could I wiggle it? And she's like, yeah, here you go. Like just offering it out. I'm like, oh yeah. You naive.
I think it's 2 times. I got 2 times. Like, okay, this time I'm not going to pull it. I just want to take a look at it. I just want to see. I'm like, oh yeah. And I'll let it go first. I'm like, yeah. Hold on. Wait, let me just see one more thing. Like, boom, get him again. And then the third time, they ain't going to.
They don't fall for that. So Grandpa was over as well. And he was offering all sorts of solutions about floss to doorknobs, pliers, all these rather aggressive, some might call them primitive dental techniques, tooth removal techniques.
You see like a Calvin and Hobbes cartoon strip or something?
Exactly, yeah. And I'm sure you've gotten yourself in a pickle like this before, and then, oh, loose tooth? Well, Dad, have you? I'm like, oh, yeah, I lost all my teeth, mostly myself, some the dentist. And then I didn't, I was just talking and I wasn't. And then the follow-up questions started rolling in. How does the dentist take your teeth out? And I was like,
With a knife.
This is after the blood comment. So I was like, how do I get out of this one? How do I?
With the razor blade.
Yeah.
Cut it out with the razor blade.
I'm like, well, I think I just try to change the subject as quickly as I could. But then I also, somehow she knew about the tooth fairy. And I said, well, what do you think the tooth fairy should bring you? And she told us $1,000 bill or 3 LOL dolls. I said, okay, I'll probably opt for the LOLs. But not 3 of them. How's one sound?
I don't know what LOL dolls are.
Oh, it's like they're in all these blind packs. It's like you've seen them. They look like Easter eggs, and you open them, and there's like this little figurine, and it comes with like 5 outfits.
Dinosaur ones.
Yes,
Smashers. That's what he does.
Okay, so it's basically like, dude. These things are, and I don't know how kids remember. So Charlie has like 6 of these things. She knows what shoes go with what exact thing and what outfit goes with it and stuff. I'm like, I honestly don't even know anything about these,
It's like the same thing with where they start like piecing it together. Like this one goes with this one goes with this one. It's like, so how do you have a beautiful mind when we're doing our toys, but when I tell you to pick up the fucking clothes, you forget?
That the world works in mysterious ways.
the only river we went to, but whatever.
I think, yeah, that's probably what it boils down to. Is that it,
Whatever. It's interesting to me, so I'll remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's more expensive than what because I had said the same thing with Jeffrey. Like, we think toothpaste gonna bring you. Hopefully it's $100. I was like, again.
How many? That would be a couple grand for the whole
divided
for
by
the whole set. 28. What do we? How many teeth
what?
do they have now?
I think it's 32 or
30, 28, something. Anyway, I surveyed everyone at work, and 4 people responded, and the overwhelming response was, it was, like $1 or $2.
Yeah, a couple bucks.
Keep it easy. So I bet the Tooth Fairy is probably making way more on interest than what they're dishing out. Because if they're still paying $1, they're paying $1 fucking 30 years ago.
Oh, inflation! Woo.
They're
I think the Tooth Fairy. I could have swore
like a racket.
The Tooth Fairy visited one of the kids when they were at their grandparents' house. And,
boy!
And it was like $5-10. I was like,
let's. That kind of sets a precedent here, Grandpa.
I know. I was
Let's
like, what the? It's like that ain't happening, and soak that up.
Yeah.
Tooth Fairy was probably drunk that night or something. Who knows?
Too much sauce for the Tooth Fairy. I remember like them falling out in class because you just once it's loose, you keep fucking with it.
Yeah, because you feel the roots.
Always,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So she's loving showing everybody, telling everyone about it, all this stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a big moment.
It's a good one. We'll see. I think it has maybe a day or 2 left on it. And it'll be ready to go.
We're getting down to it.
I think we're getting down to it. But it's still, there's one like root still hooked on pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
So
she's like the front one, right?
Yep. So she can like flick it almost all the way forward, but the back, pulling it back in towards the mouth isn't.
Yeah. That's usually all I try to do when I pull it. I would try to like loosen that front, whatever it was, that front, just enough where it was basically hanging, and then just.
Isn't it a root?
Yeah.
You can kind of feel it break. Yeah, I remember.
I remember doing Jeffrey's once where I pulled it and I was holding it in my hand, the tooth, and he's like, "Ow!" I was like, "Ow! You feel me? You feel me pull it?" He's like, "I think so." And I was holding it in my hands, like, "Oh!" Like I had pulled it like a good 30 seconds before he,
before he exclaimed, "Ow!"
Yeah, because it was just one of those it basically was like, I don't even know how it was even connected to his gum. And I was like, "What the hell?"
Like gravity should have brought it out.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh!" I was holding it in my hand. He's like, "It's like, does that hurt?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Really?" I was holding it. He's like, looked at it. He's like, "Well, maybe it didn't hurt that much." They started trying to walk it back.
Yeah. And then what do you do with these teeth?
Flush them down the toilet.
Yeah. Because you don't save them, right? I mean, maybe the first one.
Not a serial killer. I don't know.
I know. Wouldn't it be weird if you were at someone's house and they're like, "Here's a jar of my kid's teeth," and they're like rattling it around in a mason jar? I'd be like,
exit stage right.
Yeah. Too bad. Now, would that person send an invoice for the dinner that they hosted?
Might be a Venmo invoice.
I mean, this is a little bit inside. I personally don't have a problem talking about it. I think it's safe. Are you? So we'll ask the audience. We'll ask the Cerny Sluts and the Chipmunks here. But an acquaintance of ours offers to, I can't even believe this is real. To host a dinner
function. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, "Hey, Cerny, if we lived in the same thing, probably once a month or a couple times a month, why don't you come over? I'm cooking whatever. I got the grill going, whatever the situation." Right.
Yeah.
So Cerny comes over, or whoever comes over, probably would bring a bottle of wine or some beers or whatever, just normal stuff. cooks at dinner. Probably a Joshua Wiseman type recipe, I would think.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe some of that.
Yeah. I got to tag him. I still have to tag him.
Oh, we should tag him.
Did you get some, by the way?
No, I haven't, but we'll put a pin in the Joshua Wiseman thing. We'll circle back on that one. And then, Cerny, we have a great time at the dinner, shooting the shit, laughing, and then you leave, you go home, and then you're in bed, you're winding down from the night, you're checking the scores, checking the Pokemon.
Yep.
Oh, a Venmo notification. Oh, what's this? Chipper has requested $15 for dinner.
Oh, no.
Per plate. So I would go, Cerny, I have 2 adults, so that's 30.
It's $30.
And then the kids, well, one of your kids kind of ate like an adult, so that's another 15. So we're up to 45. And then, the other kids, so we'll just call it even 60.
Even 50.
Even 50. And this has happened multiple times.
Because I got the word from before people were complaining. I was like, wait, what? I didn't believe it. I said, no. And asked around. And yes.
We verify with multiple. I mean, if we were writing,
sources.
If we were journalists, we would have multiple confirmed sources for this deep throat situation.
So I had said something. I was like, well, do you get surprised by it? And they said, yes, when we're already there. I said,
like they bring,
okay.
Oh no.
It's like they say, come on, hey, you want to come over for dinner? Like, yeah, okay. Come over for dinner. And then after you're there, it's like, oh, hey, by the way, you owe me $15. I mean, right there, I think I would be like, well,
I'll
be hitting the old dusty road.
Because they know that if I said, hey, Cerny, you want to come over for dinner? I'm making some burgers, but it's going to be $50 for your family. You're going to have to pay me money.
Which then I started doing the math. It's like they're coming out on top.
I think they're kind of trying to come out as this is a profiteering enterprise.
Yeah.
Now
it would be funny if, like, let's just say, like, I brought the wine, and then I'm like, so I owe you what? Okay, so at a restaurant, wine is how much of a glass?
Yeah, mark it up.
$10 a glass. Okay,
At
how many
least.
glasses do you have? How many glasses do you have? I think we're square. I think you and I.
That's what you should. You totally should do that. If you brought a 6-pack of Coors Light over, and you said if you bought this at the restaurant, it would be $6 each.
We'll ask Joe on that one. He'll be our source.
He would. He could have rambled it off. Yeah. He just texted us. He said it's. I don't know how much a Coors runs, but I did see that this same acquaintance that charges for the dinners also pays for somebody to plan and like pays for an over the top birthday party.
Yes.
So now, honestly, if it was a financial hardship, one, you shouldn't be having people over for dinner.
No.
Or
especially
two,
during COVID.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Two, it's, hey, money's tight. Do you mind, before dinner?
You know what? If you, hey, we'll cook the burgers. You bring
the sides, or
whatever it is. Yeah.
And
cool. Sure.
Do you think, Cerny, other than us having a podcast, is there any other reason why an invite to said pay per plate fundraiser dinner hasn't been extended our way? Do you think? It's like a fundraiser dinner, right?
It is.
It's like a fucking crab feed. And also the dinners it's not surf and turf. And you're not doing caviar bumps and then washing it down with some Dom Perignon.
No.
This is like ham and egg kind of shit.
I don't get that either, so I don't know.
It's just one of them, their head scratchers.
It's also a head scratcher. I was telling him too. I was like, it's a head scratcher that some of these people have been bitten a few times.
Yet they keep coming back to dinner.
You keep accepting the invite. If I got bitten once and I got another invite, I'd be like, am I going to be charged for this? Please let me know before I drive down there. If so, then no.
Is there a Ask Abby, or who are the? We need to. Isn't that a column? It's something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Some manners thing. That would be great. Dear Press Tribune,
I have a dilemma.
Dear Sacramento Bee. Could you imagine? That would be just too... Well, I don't think anytime soon we'll be getting an invite over.
No, I don't think so.
Cerny,
as one of our friends that says, they don't think that we are liked.
The people that are charging people money for when they say they're going to host dinner, they don't think that people like them?
We don't know that we're not. Chip, Cern, Dana.
Oh, we're not welcome.
Joe, we're not really loved. We're tolerated, but not loved.
That's fine. I have the same relationship with my parents. So
we can still exist.
We still can exist. And you know what? I think the real reason why we're not loved, Cerny, is because we don't usually put up with the bullshit that is that kind of stuff. Like,
because if I was charged once,
yeah,
I would ask first off, probably in the heat of everything. I'd be like, what? I'm leaving.
I was like,
I'm not going to eat. I just want to eat. So we're square. I'm not going to eat your food and not pay. I'm just not going to eat and we'll leave. Don't worry.
And you'll waste your food now. You shall waste your food.
And then the second time I would ask, it would be invoiced or what?
I still can't. I honestly cannot accept that this is happening, and no one's blowing them up on Facebook or whatever. That's what I'm surprised about.
Because we've had this conversation before where I was like, Chip, I heard this. You're like, nope, I can't believe it.
Dude, when you told me,
I didn't believe it either. But I'm telling you, my source was solid. And then I got another source, a regular on the show, and he said, "Yep, happened to me too." And I was like, "Oh boy." Wow. I said, "Okay, well, this has to be true."
And rest assured, fans, Chip and Cern never miss an opportunity to poke fun at this scenario at any gathering. Yeah. Before I come into Cerny's house, I'm always like, is there a cover charge or any sort of invoices to be sent along after?
I've thought about printing up invoices after one of our shindigs. This year,
you should do it.
We're going to be vaccinated. We're going to have some shindigs.
Yes.
I may have some invoices.
And just go out and just pass them out.
I'll get the little
safety fee.
Natalie works at a restaurant, so she has a bunch of little
here's your bill.
The little leather things that brings the bill.
It has American Express printed on it in gold leaf.
Yeah, I'll just give it to everyone. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. You just walk around, you have the Square reader on your phone. You're like, I could take card.
Cash or card.
Cash or card. Here's my Venmo VR code. Just scan that bad boy and send those fees right along.
So we are doing, just so you know, luau theme as one of our Hawaiian shirts. I'm wearing my hat. Don't worry.
Cerny, I'm always down to get laid. You think we'll be able
my hat will be right up front for Dana to see. I have a feeling he's going to, since he's already seen it, he's going to be, because he was pissed off about it. My Rams, big sombrero Rams hat.
The perfect summer dad hat. It's one of those big sun straw hats that is perfect for just being outside during the summer. And
it's got the Rams emblems on the underneath the bill, and then right on the front, right on the crown. It's
nice
the Rams. And
nice patch, nice embroidered patch, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. And the underside is
off.
It's Rams yellow, and then it has some Hawaiian print elements to give it a tropical vibe.
Yes.
It's a very smart looking hat, Cerny. You look very handsome in it. I will say
I wore it to Dana's his baby girl. She had a third birthday.
Yeah,
all gathered out in the front yard, and I wore that hat. He's like, "What the fuck is that?" I said, "I wore it just for you."
Do you think Do you think he's gonna answer? Will he have an answer for it? Like, will he come
Oh
with his
yes,
own?
he's
Oh,
like,
okay.
this is why I wear my fucking Niners jerseys every time you go to your house. I said, well, this hat will meet your fucking Niners jersey. he's like sitting there staring at me. I was like, hopefully Chip gets a hat too. So we.
Oh, we're always down to double up on the goof. We're always down for the goof.
And then we'll invite my brother. We'll have him wear his Dolphins hat. And
Oh,
then that's Dana's nemesis.
Your brother is he's a real tough person to have a conversation with. If you want to be serious,
he talks nonsense. He is like the non-Trumpier, you talk to a Trumpster and they just rationalize everything with some kind of bullshit.
He's like
sports. That's James. He just rationalized it with just nonsense. Where it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's like it's an alternate universe that his team is in first place every week,
every year,
and they have the best players. When the facts of the matter is that that's not the case.
No, and he always has some sort of well, that's because on this game they did. It was
the refs are always against him somehow.
Oh yeah,
somehow. I have not tracked down any MSG. Or, sorry, I haven't tracked down any MSG.
MSG.
There was something else that food grade lye.
I have that coming in the mail. I found it on Amazon.
Amazon. How does it come? Is it liquid or is it a powder? Or we'll see.
I think it's a powder, but I cannot confirm that until I see it.
And the part about wearing gloves and a mask kind of worries me a little bit.
Shit. But then I was looking, apparently all pretzels are like that.
It's a pretzel thing. And I don't know.
Pretzels and olives?
Olives?
Yeah, I saw it was for food grade lye for olives. I was like, apparently we use this all the time?
Well, why do you have to wear gloves if you can eat it?
I don't know.
We have some tough questions here.
Maybe
I'm curious now.
I'll wear one glove and then one non-glove. I'll
You'll be like fucking Luke Skywalker, dude, at the at the luau. Pretzels. I don't know what it is about the pretzel. What does the lye do for it? Does it give it that real tough crust on the outside, but nice?
I think so. Maybe, I don't know.
The pretzels, they look good.
Those look fucking good. I was like, God damn, I could crush those. Nacho cheese. Whew.
And have you made your own mustard, Cerny, yet?
No. Does he have a recipe for that?
For fermented mustard, yeah.
I'm gonna take a look.
I have mustard seeds that I can give you, and then you just pour in a little bit of whatever your latest ferment is. If you're doing a pickle, lacto ferment pickle, just a tablespoon in there. And then you can do whole grain, so you just leave it as is. Or if you want to, mortar and pestle that shit, or throw it in the blender and do some stuff, and then you just have it sit there. It's really good, and it gets the flavor is much. I got a nice. It's a more brighter and like a horseradish kind of like. Because it's real mustard seeds, brown and white, or brown and yellow mustard seeds.
What is the difference?
Yeah. So, I have another food person for you to watch. Since you like Joshua Wiseman, have you watched any of It's Alive, Bon Appetit with Brad Leone?
No.
I'll send you some. So he does a lot of fermentation. He works for the New Yorker, I believe. No, Bon Appetit, the magazine. Bon Appetit.
Okay.
And he has just a show on YouTube that's he only does ferments. So it'll be hot sauce, it'll be the mustard, it'll be pickles. Okay. So he's always doing that, and he has what's called the fermentation station.
Okay.
And the guy that edits the videos does really funny things, and he's kind of an out there character. So I think you will really enjoy. But
I'm listening.
I feel like the Cerny Sluts and the Chipmunks might know about some food YouTubers that we're sleeping on.
If you do, you can send it to chipandcernshow@gmail.com, or just send it to us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, anything Chip and Cern Show.
That's true.
We want to know. I want to know.
We got the bug. I was talking to my wife. I'm like, do you think we need new pans, or our knives are really dull? And I know she's not. She's wise to the games, Cerny. She's wise to the games. Well,
to say, this could be 1,000 times better if I had some better pots.
If I had a pan where I could properly, what is that? Where you throw the butter? Where you like tilt the pan and you're like basting it?
Like you baste it, yeah.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of work, but it looks fucking good. Because you're just drowning whatever you're basting in just butter and seasoning.
Crispy butter. It's like crisps it on top.
Oh, sounds fucking horny. It's like the cooking is so horny. But anyway. Oh, also I got my first vaccine shot.
That's right.
And my 5G reception's off the hook now on my phone.
Oh, you can see into the future.
I got a satellite springing up out of my head.
You grow a second dick or something like that?
It shrunk, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's tough.
It's a side effect that they didn't know about. So I had the Pfizer one. I even took the Pfizer one thinking I was going to have a nice 4-hour erection for once. What would you do with a 4-hour fucking boner?
I don't know. You can't even go outside.
You got to sit that one off, I guess. Yeah, that would be rough.
Sleep it off.
You can't go get groceries.
No. Like, can you go to the store? I got 3 hours left. Before I can go anywhere.
Sorry, my huge boner. It would just stab the cart. I can't have it.
We get stuck in the little opening. And then,
or the kids, where the
How
kids.
embarrassing. The fire department's come get me. Dislodge me.
You have to use the jaws of life on my pants. Free the creature. Free the creature. Well, I'm still wearing my mask. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3 shots in the arm, whatever. For the greater good. Do my part. I always keep my dick hygiene and my vagina hygiene in tip-top shape, as you should too. Always be washing your hands and penis and vaginas and all that stuff. Wash your ass as well with the tushy. Do you ever get a tushy show up at your house, Cerny?
No, they still haven't responded yet.
Yeah. Okay, maybe we'll resend. We'll check the old Chip and Cern email. Maybe there's they need our addresses or something. We'll check that out.
Yeah, I got lost.
We'll blow the dust off the password and we'll log into that one. Well,
balance the mirror so the light
like Indiana Jones when he had the staff. That was perfect.
For the Ark of the Covenant.
There you go. And until next time, I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.